Everybody knows that SCRAP stands for Strounger Center for Reusable Art Parts. But I have a different acronym, and here it is. S is for everything you see at SCRAP. C is for all the creativity that comes from all of that. R is for reusing everything we know. A is for the art of it all, and P is for the people.
My name is Anne-Marie Phelan, and I started SCRAP 41 years ago.
SCRAP is the world's first creative reuse center. We divert materials that would otherwise go to landfill and make them available to teachers, artists, craftspeople, and others in the community.
It's astonishing what people throw away. Astonishing. I'm puzzled sometimes. Material that is really kind of limited use to some people's eyes, but actually can be recreated by other people who have another source, another thinking process.
Well, if you make anything, SCRAP is a perfect place to go. It also has lots of art materials.
I've taken my children there, I've taken my grandchildren there, and they're very excited. And I told them you can get a whole bag of anything you want to make art, and then they come back here and they'll charge you $5 for the whole bag, you know, just whatever you see. But it really opens the creativity in people to go there.
Everything in here is just like so unique, and you can't find it anywhere else. And like I felt like this place is like a home for a lot of people, and that's really cool.
Here we are in San Francisco at the mouth of the Sierra to Pacific watershed and the Pacific Flyway. So for eons, you know, this has been a crossroads of species, of time, and of great travel. You know, we're just on one side of the Pacific Ocean, and we have the Great Sierra Nevada mountains right, you know, to our east. You know, it's a large art scene in a small town. I think we have a lot of bite in an area that only is 49 miles.
This is a very expensive place to live, and it's a very expensive place to find space.
In terms of working in San Francisco, it's so difficult at this point. It's always been an artist's destination and mecca, and in the last 10, 15 years, it has become so difficult to be a working artist here. I didn't have a job yet, I didn't have a studio, it was just something I wanted to try doing, and SCRAP lets you experiment because it's really cheap.
Many artists are being forced to move out of San Francisco into more affordable places, other places in the region or even beyond the region.
I'm Jerry Ross Barish. I'm an artist. I've been doing sculpture with found materials since 1989. Yeah, I get my materials all over the place. I get it just walking the streets of San Francisco, but I also get lots of stuff at SCRAP.
It's in not the most desirable location, but it's very successful under the circumstances. It's in the Bayshore neighborhood near the old Clam House. It's in a very industrial neighborhood, and it's very useful to a large segment of Bay society.
One of the things that we see with our artists is a great expansion into our neighborhoods. Neighborhoods that have typically not been seen as home for artists. You know, the Excelsior, Ocean View, Merced, and Ingleside. In all these different parts of the city that often aren't as visible. But we also know that art making is going on there. And if we can help to strengthen those artists at their foundations, then it'll be more possible for them to eke out a living in one of the most expensive places in the world.
I, as a scavenger, of course, was very happy to find art materials without having to pay an arm and a leg for them.
Boy, struggling is really a problem for artists. We all struggle. Even most people think I'm successful, but I've never been able to make a living with my art. I've always had to work outside of my art.
Scrap welcomes everyone from all communities, and I think it has something for everyone. It's a cornucopia.